There we go. Just had to restart it. All right, so back on the topic of sessions and set list and track list and what's the difference between the track list and a set list? Well, they're the same. Okay, so let me actually start over. Okay, so at this point, I just played a song right here. I have the debug on. The debug, what that means is it pretends that the guitar is already plugged in, and what that means is that it's going to hit every note, the note hit effect, and it's going to say 100% accuracy. Because I'm trying to debug the part where it saves the note log of stats, accuracy, hits, misses, and all that stuff. It saves that stuff to a JSON file. And the part that I'm trying to get at is that when it's in the session and you have songs that are in the track list that are next, right after the current song. So let me just, before I do that, I'm just going to stop the program. And just keep in mind play ID of the one we just did right now, 436. And then the next play ID, none, none, none. So just keep that number in mind, 436. I'm expecting the next one to be 437 because I'm going to go through, play a song again. And it's going to create another playthrough data stuff saying, hey, you played the song. All right, there we go. Oh, you don't see it. Hold on. What is it? Hold on. Set list session, where is that? Oh, let me do the set list screen. All right, so now we just played, and now we got to ID 437. So what I'm expecting now is when I close this. So before I close it, look at the song run ghost test. It's partially black screen. It's like in the process of rendering. I open this menu up. I could change the content of the screen too. It's just we're getting there. Managing two different a window and a screen at the same time. But what I'm doing is I'm gonna go to close. Oh, you don't see the next pop-up. Hold on. I gotta make this better, not a pop-up. Okay. I gotta put this in the existing window. I don't like all these pop-ups. I just want a Pygame window and a tkinter window. I don't want multiple tkinter windows and pop-ups, but for now, it's just okay. So I played a song that wasn't in the track list, but my track list has a song next, and the track list pop up, and I close the track list, and next up it says, "Hey, open the next song in the track list. Tuning, drop C, artist, kill switch, engage. Song hope is." I'll say yes, and it just opened the session or the song. But what I want is the ability to um, be able to navigate to any track in the set list easier, like perhaps through this menu. I don't like how these buttons are stacked on one another. But then it's also fun having to do cleanup when you do close and then you do reopen, or you close and then open the other window, session window. Make sure the buttons from the other windows don't I mean, make sure they do get removed correctly and things like that. Otherwise, every time you click it, it's an append and append and append and append. Um, but what I want is like so what I'm brainstorming is either when I click a played song or a non-played song, I want different actions to occur. If I'm clicking a played song, I want to be able to view the stats, the accuracy, plays, and note hits. If it's not played, I'm going to be able to um, perhaps play the song next. Whatever else, to be determined. I'll be right back though. Okay, so I'm gonna have to create some singletons. All right, so I'm gonna have to make a singleton. Hold on. All right, so a singleton. I only want one session manager, session screen, setlist screen, on all that stuff. So singleton. Do an import. See how this goes. So I'm just trying to keep track of sessions, track lists, statuses of this track list, songs played, not played, and all things like that. It's interesting. I'm supposed to change the initialize function from init to initialize. Okay, so I just have to change the function name when making it a single net from init to initialize because initialize is a custom version. When you make it a singleton, you take over that base init. That's fascinating. Makes two arguments and three were given. So trying to do a set list, session list, track list, session list, track list, sessions of track list, whole bunch of database content, 400 some JSON files of data, trying to reach a certain milestone before doing certain things on terms of actually playing. Like I played a bit. Now I have a bunch of changes to make. Dang it, it's making the initialize process difficult because initialization I pass in variables, parameters, session list, editor, session screen, singleton, doesn't want to work. So I just implemented the idea of going to the next song on the track list by clicking a button and it finds all the details. I got that working. Class equals. Giving me an error. Module takes at most two arguments, three given. My singleton. My singleton. No, you can't see the screen of code. Update import in setting list from. Oh, I was doing the import wrong. That has to be it, right? Let's try it again. There we go. Okay, new error. Try again. I don't even remember what the flow was that I was trying to do. Okay, now it works. Um, the flow, what was it? Something that they had to reference the session number for some reason. Wasn't that? I can't open the set list again. It's one thing that the singleton did wrong. All that just to get rid of it. Okay, now I know how to do singleton and I actually don't want it. Not that it works. I was trying a singleton just to keep track of the session number, but that's not the best way to go about it. Okay, set list, play next song, yes, close, set list. All that for me just trying to close the, like when I hit the play next song and I hit yes, you'll see that the song visualizer program, it's like in a state like it's processing because the other screen is open. This this window is open, so I was just trying to add a step like where when you click yes, it'll automatically close the setlist screen. But the problem is um, the way I have it now, it's hard to track because I made a new instance of the object, and the one I tried to closing with is a different instance. So that's why I was trying a singleton to only have one instance. But then that brought the issue of when I close, I can't reopen. I mean, I can reopen, but there'll be more steps required because the way what I mean is when I do the close button right here, it it gets rid of some information. So when I had a singleton, it got rid of that information, then have a reference of it that I did only when I initialized it. It's just another step. I guess resend it, redo it easily. But then it's like, do I really want to keep the set list in memory if I'm not using it? Is that how it works? Or is it every time I come here, it makes a new one? What? How for an experiment, let me see something. Is there any way I could count the number of objects made? Is it possible to, yeah, I'm just wondering how this current flow works. If I hit the session menu, set list menu button 50 times and I make the object class for that every time and I close the menu and I open it and I make another one, do those ones that were created ever, do they just sit there forever? I have an idea. Cancel message. But I just destroy the class every time I close the screen if I don't rely on, um, well, I don't rely on singleton. Method count instances, okay. I could count an instance, okay. I'm gonna count the instances of, okay, do something. Set list screen. I'm gonna do set list screen. What is it again? Instances. I'm gonna count the number of instances of this object every time I open a new one. I'll do instances before and after deletion, but I'm not gonna actually delete it yet. Count instances. Okay, I'm gonna do a function within a function. Count instances. After deletion. Okay, let's see what happens. Great. Union. Okay, let's see how this goes. One, 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 one. No, it's only one class. Good. Garbage collector works, I guess. The song visualizer already has the garbage collector library. All right, what's next? Guess I just have to manually close. I want it to scroll all the way down by default. Okay, it did on there, but not on the details. Okay, so I have to go to the details section and tell it to scroll or set view or I forget what it is. It's a strange line. Set the Y vector or something. Setlist screen. Well, yeah, that's what I want to do. When I click on the song, view more details, along with play next in session, which I just did. We move to. So I just have to do set list details tree move to on detail view. Create detail details frame equals display set list details frame details frame. The details tree. Oh, it's just tree. Should call it details tree. Will this work? Yeah, there we go. It's scroll down. Okay. But will it work if I call it details tree rather than tree? Make it a global variable. All right, a little more details to go here. Uh, so that's a good start though. So scrolls down all the way. This time let's do a git push. Next up, I'm thinking about doing um, perhaps another details. So right now this is a set list screen, and then you click the set list, and it goes to the set list details. But the set list details don't actually show all the details because there's a difference between the two states, the played and the unplayed. The played has different things you could query, accuracy, all these things in the note log. The unplayed, you don't have that data yet. So I didn't want to put conflicting information in this particular details frame until I look into which of the two categories that I want to look into more. So that's play next song, session number 40, track list. Oh, I should say set list. Wait, I keep calling it set list, track list. Yeah, I should call it set list. See right here, because on the program it's called set list. Okay. Well, that is in the set list manager. List. Try again. I'm just trying to picture the next time I play what I'm gonna want. So right now there's a multitude of things going on. So at this point, I have a set list because I played. I'm debugging, so like I'm pretending I'm a user who's like got the guitar in hand. They got a track list for today. They got a set list, a session, a time assigned to that track list. And then I went through, they go ahead, they play some songs. Those are the green. And then they plan some to play next in the red. And at this point, I want to reference, let me go back, this particular logic that I have in the song visualizer in the Pygame part, where I have the stats, you go through the different JSONs and the stuff, and it compares the different stats between playthroughs. And you got all this data. But this case, all these stats are blank because it's 100% accuracy because it's a debugging song where I have debug mode on where it's like, so the idea is like a person plugs in their guitar to this program, right? So I have the debugging on, emulating that, and every note when you have the guitar plugged in, it has a frequency assigned to it, right? Because when you go to this, well, it asked me to play the next song on the track list right there. I just said no. So every song, yeah, there's no guitar input right now. I disabled it. But if I did have a guitar input, you could do a bunch of things. You play. So that's the next thing I want to do is um, I got to make a git push and then start looking, doing the details of the details frame. Um, what I mean is, so you have a set list view, like I said, and then you have a detail view of the set list. And now I want another detail view. Um, because I don't, like when I press this modify or create, I don't like how that opens new windows at the moment. Like now I have two windows open. Create set list. Oh wait, this is weird. So this was this was what I worked on earlier, where like let's say you create a set list, and then it notices that um, oh, that's something I have to consider now. So like at this point, you create a set list, and the logic I just added is like, okay, you create a set list. Let me go ahead and add all the songs that you played today to it. But I need to expand that because these I'm gonna have to look in pre-existing track lists and say, hey, only add it if you're not adding a part of sorry. So at this point, this is a flow I didn't consider. So at this point, I already created the track list that added those songs that I played today. So I have to add existing logic to go one step further and say, hey, look at the existing track lists and make sure that you don't have them already in another, like, because this is duplicate data, right? Everything here that's trying to be added is already here in this other one when I hit create. So I didn't consider that. I have to say like, hey, when you're trying to create a new one, while you're looking for songs you played today, make sure those that you played today are not in a session or track list already. So that means I have to query. I'm doing a whole lot of database querying right here. So I have to add another query when you go to the set list screen. Create new set list. Um, okay, I have to add another step for play and plays IDs, session IDs. For play ID, so I have to add it for play. Okay, so first when I get the play IDs, song details unplanned, selected tree, insert, song values, play IDs. All right, first we got to check pre-existing session set lists to make sure that these play IDs do not exist in them. The purpose of adding these songs played today to a new set list is to make sure that every song belongs to a set list. We do not want duplicate data. Okay, so next up, um, yes, if the play is found in any of the set lists, then skip it. The play, hold on. So the table I have for set lists has play IDs as a text. All on the table are a text, so it's a list. We can look at a combined list of all to see if it's in any of them. Okay, querying this play IDs, getting all the play IDs for every set list, and making sure that the ones I'm trying to add are not found in any of them. So let's see how that goes. There's so many flows to consider on this. It's crazy. Sessions and set lists. Who would have known, Thunk? Because every time I usually played in the past, I would just play live, like, oh, whatever I feel like. But now you need more planning to, like, hey, how did I do last time on my accuracy? How much time did I spend here? Where do I have to improve? So what I'm trying to do is create new set list. Hey, there we go. That works. So now it's not adding them because it's already found. Okay, here's another test, right? We're gonna we're gonna delete this set list from the database. It's gonna remove all of the unrecorded ones because they're temporary. When I clear I'm gonna clear this particular row and gonna re-add it, and we're gonna see that it's gonna add those songs that I played today because no set list has them associated with anything. Oop, oop, what window is that? Obs, I have to do window title must match every time because it's going to show some stuff that I don't want to show. There's source code and database stuff that I'm not showing. So let's do open the database, execute the SQL where I delete the session. And then we're going to go back, open the program. Oh, actually, I got to save it because this program requires me to save it, close it. Different programs, you don't want to lock the database when you're modifying it. Some programs uh, lock it. So let's see. Session, and then we do create. Oh, there's an error. Actually, hold on. It didn't delete it, first of all. Not enough values. Play ID, song ID. Oh, number of values. Well, let's see how it goes. It worked for one flow, but not the other. I did too many variables in this for loop. I'll just say, okay, just want to try something. Okay. Yeah, so it didn't delete the database after all. Try again. Save it. Browse the data, set list. 531. It didn't delete it. Why not? Oh, oops. I didn't run the right command. I did select. Delete from set list. Oh, I have to delete the session. Can't delete the set list unless you delete the session, so I had to do that first. Delete the session, then delete the set list. So that way now, when I play a song, it's going to query me to create session and set list. Oh, I have it on debug. Whoops. Oh, database is locked. Close it. Try again. Go through the process again, play a song. At this point, no session and set lists are set. Just go in and play anything, and then I'll set it. Session found, create new session. Okay. And then, oh, I got rid of the session screen. Hold on. Let me show it on the window. Session screen, match window title. Okay. So no session found. This happens right after you play a song. Goal is you have a session and sessions have set lists. So let's do session number 40. There's a drop down. You could choose what set list, but for now leave it blank. Just put status in progress. Save. It says no track list found. Why did I say track list? Hold on. No track list. No set list found. Set list. Okay. Next time it'll say set list. Wait, will it? Create new track. We'll see. We will see. Let's try start it over. I have a habit of starting over for the simplest line change. All right, so we're gonna go through the process again. At this point, play a song. Now, it already created the session from last time. It just asked to still create the set list. And the song that I just played right before this, it will get saved in the data whenever it gets the set list created. Oh, it still says create new track list. Create new set list. Try again. Okay. Good thing this song is only 4 seconds, even though it says 8. Actually, that's another thing. Hold on. Go to settings. Once I show you this. So that I think it's going. Here, let's do an experiment. Song length, sustained scale. I have 81. Let's do 100. And back. Does that change the song length? Is that how it? I think it might because the song length is 8 seconds when you have full sustains. Maybe? No. Maybe not. The song's over right after the last note. Well, regardless. There we go. I got an error. Great. What error is that? Too many values to unpack. Oh, expected 7 got 4. Wait, what? I thought I. But I'll get there. There's so many different parameters, columns, queries, references of tables and data. Yeah, I know it'll error. I just did a print to see what the error will be. Okay, so in this case, there is no. Wait, what is. Okay, I guess I gotta do a breakpoint. Print didn't exactly help. Trying to get it so that playing the song. Hold on. Okay, I know why that's happening, but it's saying. Okay, let me try something. What happens if I just go to here, create? Okay, that didn't work as expected. It didn't add the ones from before. Oh, I know why, I think. It's 501, yeah. Not adding it now. Hold on. Okay, so if I remove this line of code here, and I go set list, and I go to create, it added only the one? What? I thought I fixed this. Oh, wait. No, never mind. I was gonna say it's after midnight. Not yet. After midnight, it's a new day, then the set list will change. Otherwise, today, I still have like 12 songs to go through. Let me try something else, the other flow. Covering all the flows. There's so much data. Keep track. Yeah, no, that didn't work either. Well, it was working, then I broke it. Let's see where it broke. Well, it's hard to keep track, actually. Well, I could say it was working. Okay, let's see where we're at again. So you go to set list and create new set list, and none are found for today. When it should be, because I have a bunch that I did today. I made some change that broke it. Well, debug. It should be adding the ones that I've played today. I try to create a new set list. Set list found. So it's found them in this part, but somewhere else. Here, actually, browse data. I can't. It's locked. How do I like unlock the database sometimes? Like when I close the program. Long values. Okay. Oh wait. Let's try this again. What did I do to break this? It was working. This button. V. We do rename details tree. Gotta backtrack anything. Because when I create a new set list, it should be adding the ones that I already played today. Oh wait. Yeah, it should. Something I did broke it just recently. Reload existing set details, filtering out songs with the play ID. Play ID. Okay, let's just do something else here. Oh, selected tree. I do have a selected tree. Oh, selected tree. Okay, try this. Great. There we go. Okay, so now the problem is still what I was doing before. Well, let me just try this again. So I create that list. I save it. I could view it. Where's the set list screen? You don't see it? Right here. Okay. And then I create a new one again, and that's this part where I have a problem with. Okay. Play ID, song details, if plays results, song ID, play ID. Is it a simple line? If not, is instance int. It is instance set int. All right, let's see how this goes. On. All right, let's see how this goes. Set list, create new. There we go. So now it works because it won't add it. It won't duplicate it. Okay, now I'm gonna push. Add a song. Instantly gonna be color. Good. The push. Pick songs for set list for songs that have been played today. And, have not already been added to the set list. Next up is more detailing on the details. So when you go here, click a song. I want to, I don't know, expand that or something. However you say. Um, let's see what we could do. On select. Okay, details frame. Display set list details. Excuse me. All right, let's do something. Okay, so display set list details. Set list select. There we go. Gonna see what I could do here on set list details. If I can expand, include more details when clicking on one of the details you want to know more details about. So that will be display set list details. No, on detail select. Okay. But find a new thing on detail select. Display additional details. Okay, let's see what happens here. No additional details frame. I didn't put it in the initialize. That's an easy fix. Try again. No, great. I self.self doesn't exist. Great, I got it. Next. Okay. Oh, it's a start. The additional details for blah 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 blah. Okay. Let me see something. Whoops. To plays table tells the stats of when I played it. I have a songs table that shows song information. Um, yeah, this is going to be interesting. So I have several tables I want to acquire the information about. So what I mean is like I have a plays table that details the stats of when I played it. I have the songs table that shows song information. I have output frequencies table that shows the chords that are inside the plays table. I have tempo settings to associate to the song. I have tempos to associate. Notes table to associate your song and the playthroughs. Can I add a button for every table that could query more data for each song? There's two differences. If the song has a play ID, then query the note log. If it doesn't, then don't. And I have a schema of database stuff. So we're gonna go to the, okay, this is gonna be a lot of information. Let's see, set list screen, additional details frame. And the cancel, we're gonna close that. This, great. Display additional details. Full buttons with queries, okay. Query plays, query tempos, oh my gosh. This is a lot of stuff. I want to have this as my own class almost. Another function or another file, I mean. So like set list screen details, additional details. I'm going to import the file so I could use functions from another file because it's getting too ridiculous. From visualizer, setlist screen, setlist screen, or that. I Then there we go. It depends on how you import it. So I just want to import it as a class, a file that has additional functions, not an object, just functions that, that are part of the object or whatever. Okay. Next up, on detail select. Oh, you have to import the files here too. Dang it. Import TTK, whatever. Okay. Well, it might be a problem. Is it circular imports? Hope not. Detail select. I guess that's. Hold on. How do I? Wait, is that even possible? The way I'm thinking of it, because it would have to be separate files that are not associated with the class, though. Details queries? Okay, I could do that. Delete. Gonna take a break in a minute after I do this, or it won't be fully functional, but it will be enough. Let's see how this goes. Gotta import that file. I just have to make a separate file that does that stuff. Anyways, let's see what happens. Invalid syntax. All right, let's see how this goes. Importing it as, and then we do, what's the flow? Oh yeah, click. Wow, look at that. View plays, view notes, view tempos, view output frequencies, view plays. Doesn't work. Display query results. Um, results. Missing a library. Let's see. TK, Tinketer, Tinketer. I just have to import it. Okay. If it's that easy. Huh. Well, it's not the prettiest interface. Okay. Okay, so it's functional, but I want it to start. However, prefer the output data to be recognizable like a tree. For the columns, have a header and table format. Also, like only one additional detail of table data to be displayed at once. If I keep clicking buttons, don't display more. Well, there's no attribute keys, view notes, tempos. Changing the content that's being displayed here. Okay, I keep forgetting the flow that I'm doing. Oh yeah, click, click. Okay, that's better. Okay, view plays. It's only going to be one play. Okay, but view notes. Oh my gosh, this went so wide. Look, oh wow, this window. Look at that window width now. That's the notes table. Um, yeah, but to start, if we go to the next one, we go to tempos. Yeah, I can't scroll for some reason. Song ID measure index. Oh yeah, there's only that many measures. Never mind. Then we go to tempo settings, blank, doesn't have any output frequencies. Wow, look at that. These are all the chords of the song. Haha, that's so cool. That's pretty cool. I need a button for closing it, though. So if we look at 312, we look at Canon Rock, we look at play. I should look at like previous plays of the song, but like highlight the one that I'm looking at. Pretty cool. That is cool though. How much information it shows. Tempo settings I might have to fix. Oh, it does have a scroll bar. Okay. All right, well, this is it for this session. See ya in a bit. We just push this changes. We bump the version up too. This is worth it. Version 0.9G. Looks nice though. There's tempo settings, profile types. It's a lot of data for the notes table. Quite a lot. Okay. See you next time.